museums and everything else like that. It's just been crazy.
Yeah.
Time change was crazy. Time change wasn't that bad though. Like 7 hours ahead.
Oh no,
But
that's not that
and then Wi-Fi. The room had free Wi-Fi, so I could keep up with stuff where I could and everything else like that. Ate good. Just drank wine basically.
bad.
Yeah, because you can drink beer in the States, but there you gotta
Yeah,
drink
you
some
have to
wine.
drink wine. Does Melanie speak French?
She speaks it very fluent. She studied there.
Okay.
She went to the Sorbonne for like almost 2 years
Oh wow.
when she was at U of I. So, uh, in fact, that helped us out a lot, and I picked up a little French here and there.
Good.
But the thing that was really cool was the diversity. I was surprised how diverse it was
Okay.
after all these years because I figured that from what you told me that it was kind of they were proud to speak their language, and it was hard for them to not so much to speak English. It's just that they don't feel as confident speaking English because they're so proud of the way they speak French and how fluent and how it flows and everything else like
Right.
that. So they don't have that same confidence when they speak English. So they prefer to speak French.
Okay.
But a lot of them do speak English when they need to, basically. And like some of the waiters were like, well, look, you don't understand. I can speak to you in English. He understands French. So this was on the menu.
Okay. Oh,
And that,
that was good. That was very courteous.
and
Okay.
and I had a phone app that I can look at the menu and I can tell what the
Oh,
translation.
translate. Oh, okay.
So it was basically it was enough where you can at least understand what it was basically. And then certain things after a while you see it like you see buff, that's beef. Well, I know in Spanish polo it's like chicken, and I forgot what it meant in Paris, but it's similar.
Okay.
And that was that was kind of a thing that helped me a little bit. And then the other funny thing was, um, let's see, so I'm trying to. First, I would say parlez-vous anglais, and they say yes, I speak English. I'm like, okay. And I was telling them that our anniversary was today. They thought it was her birthday. So the only thing I remember in French was happy. I just sang happy birthday. I knew that when I was a kid. I am maybe a few days of the week, but that's about it.
Okay.
That's all I remember. But like I said, she speaks it so well, and mainly the art museums were really cool. We went to the Louvre, the Picasso Museum, what's his main museum? d'Orsay, Museum d'Orsay. And the transportation was really cool too. I've been getting around on buses and trains, and they had their own little version of the metro. In fact, their subway system is so crazy that she told me right when we landed and we were coming into the city, that you have a lot of people, they jump, you know how people jump ferries back in the city? They do the same thing there, except the difference is, you know how you walk through and you got the turnstile, there it's more forward.
Okay.
So you just like Metro, or Ventra, you slide it in, you get it out on the other side.
Right.
And one guy, I had carry-on luggage and railway luggage. I'm going through, and one guy got right behind me, and went in on my fare. And I looked, and I was like, what? And I was more concerned about my pockets, right? Make sure he didn't pickpocket me.
Right,
And then he walked by me. I think he was from Cameroon or something like that. He was like, and kept on going.
Wow.
I was like, that was we didn't get in the city yet because we got off the airport, and they have their version of the metro that takes you to the train line. Cause she had all this stuff mapped out how to get us to where we needed to go. So it was crazy when we got to our hotel. Most of them are like within the neighborhoods, basically. So it's not like in the United States where you have a certain area like downtown, and then you have all these modern, it's more quaint. They don't have a lot of skyscrapers there. Like their tallest building is about maybe 56 stories, so to speak. But as you know, it's an old country, talking about 300 AD. You can see that. Like when you see the pictures from the past and you see it today, it doesn't look that much different. And people ride Vespa scooters, and they have like little smart cars and stuff like that.
Okay.
I mean, women, they have the helmets. They don't play. Motorcycles.
So you didn't venture out to like Italy or any other?
Oh no, no, she wanted. It was just all Paris.
Oh, she just went to, okay.
Now,
Not even the countryside of France.
no, we went to Versailles.
Okay.
Now, that was where the palace was back in the day,
Okay.
in the 17th and 18th century before, uprising occurred and everything else
Uh-huh.
like that. So we saw the mansion where Marie Antoinette had her own crib. It was like we took a golf cart to go just to her personal residence. But I guess, she wasn't feeling the king sometimes, so she'd have her own crib. You know what I'm saying? So she had her own spot, her own servants.
Nice.
So they had like how you would just press a button and it would show you artifacts and things like that. That was cool because it was spacious. It was like, I don't know how to describe it. I mean, it's like huge. Just the mansion itself, the gates were well polished and everything, and it was just out of pocket. It was nice, and just the mansion. So they restored it. It's like it takes you about 45 minutes to get through it on a tour. It was extensive. Now that was the only time we went out of Paris was to Versailles. That was about a train ride or two to get there, and you had people that would stay there in the city or in the town just to be able to go to the mansion. But we stayed in they call it I forget what they call it, but the streets. They're on the building itself. Like you see the corner, you'll see Rue des Palais, and then on the other side there will be another, French Street.
Okay.
So you would see that. Transportation was like every 3 minutes a bus was coming. Every 7 minutes a bus was coming. Every 3 minutes a train was coming. It's like you could tell when the next train would come. We went to the Eiffel Tower, all the way to the top. We saw the Champs-Élysées. And they have like nice supermarkets where it's like really small and quaint, but you can get daily stuff. And I was drinking espresso throughout my time there.
I heard the espresso it tastes different from the espresso they have here. So what's the difference?
It's more potent, stronger, and plus and see the other difference too is the food. This stuff is organic. They don't put any preservatives like they do here, where scrambled eggs taste great. You can eat scrambled eggs just from GP, but the way they do it,